Hey there, everyone. Welcome back. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're going to be doing lesson number 356. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to Him. Okay, let's just jump right in. Father, you promised you would never fail to answer any call your son might make to you. It does not matter where he is, what seems to be his problem, nor what he believes he has become. I'm going to read that again. It does not matter where he is, what seems to be his problem, nor what he believes he has become. He is your son, and you will answer him. The miracle reflects your love, and thus it answers him. Your name replaces every thought of sin, and who is sinless cannot suffer pain. Your name gives answer to your son, because to call your name is but to call his own. And that is today's lesson, lesson 356. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to Him. So here's this way to look at sickness in the sense that we are in charge of our physical body, we being our, more connected to spirit aspect of ourselves, and we create dis-ease in the body in order to get our own attention. And I believe that there is collaboration with spirit when this happens, and there's probably some system that's in place that goes to what degree do we create discomfort in the body in order to get so-and-so's attention. However that all comes together, I think that just understanding basically sickness is how we harm ourselves, and sin is when we harm ourselves, and we harm ourselves with all the things that we do. When we judge, when we hold on to grudges, when we act out in anger, or sometimes when we act out in fear, those things are harmful to ourselves, and I think they fall under the category of sickness. Tell me what you think. And as far as healing goes, healing has such a huge, broad definition. And speaking of healing, I had the great opportunity to meet with a lot of healers yesterday at this wonderful holiday party that I attended here in Salt Springs. And it's people who came together around the existence of this Amrit Yoga Institute that used to be here in Salt Springs. And so a lot of people ended up coming to do yoga teacher training and breathwork training and all these different kinds of courses, and then some ended up moving here. So there's already kind of a community of healers that is in the area, which is great to be able to tap into that. And I met an awesome lady yesterday, a couple of people actually, who are breathwork instructors, and I'm going to be checking that out and learning about breathwork. So I'm very excited about that. Anyway, the idea of healing is another name for God. I think when you really distill it down, it's restoring yourself, your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, all the bodies, energy bodies, restoring yourself back to homeostasis and back to your original state, which is peace, love, bliss, joy, that frequency. So it's like both ends of the spectrum, sickness and healing, sin and God, love and fear, all these great dichotomies, all the polarization, and that when we see that when we're in this state of separation. All right, let's see what lesson number 356 has to say in the year of forgiveness. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to Him. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. Sickness is the ego's greatest argument that you have been abandoned by God, is it not? And, that's generally a time when a lot of people call out when the body's in pain. And if you're by yourself, that's definitely a time to reach out and start to have those thoughts about what did I do? Why did I deserve this? I used to always think I was being attacked by God whenever I would stub my toe or anything. So it's a program. It's in there for some reason. When your body seems to go wrong of its own volition, you feel betrayed. The truth is that your body does not go wrong of its own volition. It is reflective of the frequencies of thought and belief you hold. If you believe in sickness, then you get sick. If you believe in death, then you can die. It is very, very important at this stage of your development to see past sickness, as I did in my incarnation on the earth plane so many years ago. This is what I did when I healed people. I had such conviction that they were well, and my frequency was very high because of the studies and the practices that I had engaged in for so many years, so I was able to override their beliefs and prove to them that miracles can happen. That was a very loaded sentence. So basically he's telling us he held his frequency very high. He went through, this is based on Jesus, my autobiography. He went through a lot of training and initiation and his own healing experiences, and that he was able to override their beliefs. So I guess no matter what, no matter how powerful the healer is, the individual that's receiving the healing has to have at least the possibility, that little crack of light and hope that they're wrong about themselves and that they really deserve 100% healing. And I guess it's more than deserving. That probably doesn't sound very good, but that whatever it is that they think of themselves, even in the unconscious level around the disease, it's a belief that has to be overridden or overturned, not necessarily an external energy or force field that comes in and does something. I think we get so caught up in that because that's what it seems like is happening. Oh, I take this pill or I take this substance and the pain goes away. But it's really what's happening is our beliefs are changing. We're letting ourselves return back to peace and healing in the body. All right, miracles can happen to you. If you are sick, you can go into your mind and investigate where your beliefs about sickness reside and what they are. We want to change them. We want you to become miracle-minded. So instead of talking about your sickness, sharing your sickness with others, telling them how bad you feel, say to yourself, I am well. I never get sick. What will happen is that you will begin to see a shift in the frequency with which you get sick, and it is simply because of your beliefs. Your body is the effect of your mind. It is that simple. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Well, I can say that I have been telling people that I never get sick or haven't been sick in so many years for a long time now, and I really can't remember the last time I was actually sick. So that's a tested and proven theory right there. And I'm not going to do knock on wood or any of that, just in case it did pop into my mind for a second. So I have my bathing suit on and we're about to go hit the hot tub for a little while. I hope you had a wonderful day and you're enjoying these lessons as we're getting down to the wire. They're getting good. And it's almost like we're going back to foundational, not simplistic, but seemingly simplistic ways of being and thought forms for ourselves so that we can really think about in our world, how much do we talk about sickness? What do we really believe about healing? And kind of start from there, start unpacking those things in your mind. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.